What's up guys, it's Jackal from Good Time Gaming, and today I'm bringing you guys a video review of the recently released John Wick DLC pack for Payday 2. It took me a little bit longer than I would have liked to have got this video out. Been kind of busy with work as per usual, and also just trying to enjoy playing the game and playing other games, as opposed to, making videos and stuff like that, because there's definitely a balance you have to have in there. But I definitely wanted to bring you guys my review of this, as well as my impressions and overall opinion of the pack as a whole product. You guys have at this point probably seen my 3 weapon reviews on this pack. If you have not, then do check those out, as I break down every single one of the weapons in there pretty extensively. In this video, I'm really just kind of talk about the basics of them, just give you a very quick overview of them and kind of move on, because I have the 3 other videos that kind of serve as the broader part of that. Released on October 20th for $4, the John Wick weapon pack includes 4 new weapons, a new throwable, 4 new masks, 4 new patterns, 4 new materials. There's also a new throwable, throwing knives. Starting off the top with the weapons, we get the Desert Fox Sniper Rifle. The Desert Fox Sniper Rifle is a pretty decent sniper rifle overall. For a sniper, it's a little bit inaccurate and kind of unstable whenever you use it. I would expect a little bit better out of a sniper rifle, especially one used by a trained assassin. The only really redeeming quality of the sniper rifle is the fact that it's very concealable. Depending on how you play your card, you can easily get your concealment to 10 or less with this gun, so that it is kind of a positive thing, because it allows you to use Sneaky Bastard and Low Blow with a sniper rifle, so good news there. The downside though is that it's kind of inaccurate, it has a very small magazine capacity. The damage is pretty good, but you really need to have Silent Killer to really push this gun to its limits. It's not bad, it's not a great sniper rifle by any means. My biggest complaint with the sniper rifle, and it's not really just with the sniper rifle, is the fact that the basic sight that's already on it is somehow more concealable than putting a freaking hollow sight on it. Why? You tell me that little hollow sight there is, they can spot that more easily than a fucking giant scope sticking out? Like, are you kidding me? Come on, Overkill, fix that shit. But no, overall this is a decent sniper rifle, made better by the fact that it's very concealable. Next up is 2 different weapons. We have the Contractor Pistol and the Akimbo Contractor Pistol. Now, when it comes to style, this gun is super stylish. If you watch the John Wick movie, you will recognize this weapon as one of the ones that he used in the movie. It definitely sounds very similar to the one used in the movie, so that's kind of cool there as well, points for authenticity. Unfortunately, it's really just all style, and it has substance, but the substance it has is shared by so many other pistols in this game. In my video, I kind of compare this one to the Interceptor 45, the Leo, and the Crosskill. It basically is a side grade to all 3 of those. Where the Desert Fox has a clear advantage over similar sniper rifles, being that it's very concealable, the Contractor Pistol is just kind of like things that we already have, which is unfortunate, because I would have liked to have seen it be a little bit maybe better, a little bit different from what we already have, but it's not, so that's kind of sucky there. Super cool, super amazing looking, but super like other things that we have. Next up is the Jackal Submachine Gun. The Jackal Submachine Gun is overall a pretty good submachine gun. It gains points for being very concealable. You can get this thing to 30 quite easily. It packs a pretty decent punch, especially if you use Silent Killer on it. My biggest complaint is I find the iron sights on it to be extremely unruly. I can't shoot worth shit with the iron sights on there. I've tried bringing this as a single shot option whenever I'm using sniper rifles, particularly the Desert Fox, and trying to keep my concealment kind of low, and I find that I have a really hard time to use it whenever I don't have a scope on it. Maybe it's just me not being good at the game, I don't know, but I really prefer this one having a speculator sight or just something else on it as opposed to the default irons. Overall though, it's a good submachine gun. It's not too much different from other weapons in its class, so comparing it to the Krinkov and the CR805B, and as well as the Swedish K, it's pretty comparable in terms of damage, accuracy, stability. It does gain a bit of an advantage over the CR805B and the Krinkov, being that it's more concealable, so that's a good thing right there. We also have throwing knives, a new throwable, which makes sense. Throwing knives, throwable. Throwing knives do 1,100 damage when they hit a target. Doesn't have to hit them in the chest or legs. They are able to crit. I have seen my throwing knives crit based on what my HUD tells me, so good news there. From my time playing with them, they seem to be very similar to other throwables we have, like the throwing stars, for example. They're not something that I'd probably take with me on most heists. It is nice that they are retrievable, and they do pack a pretty decent punch. So if you get a headshot on one of the cops on one down, you'll probably kill him, so that's a good news there. Something to use maybe in a pinch, not the coolest or best thing ever. I still probably prefer Molotovs if I'm really being honest about it, but definitely not a bad substitution to something else. We get 4 new masks. We have Daisy, the Hotelier probably, Mustang, which looks pretty fucking ugly. Like, this thing looks like a fucking great value transformer. It's pretty bad. And last but not least, we have Zashida. I don't know, some Russian kid out there. You can correct me on that one, feel free to. But it kind of looks like a maybe Russian version of Jason Voorhees in his mask. I'm not really sure. It looks kind of cool, I guess. Out of the 4 masks, I think I probably like the Daisy one the most. It seems like it colors up pretty well. The other 3 are just kind of forgettable as far as I'm concerned. Nothing really too amazing there. Plus, Daisy has semblance, being that, you know, it was part of the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm going to spoil this for you, okay? Spoiler. So John Wick does like all he does in the movie because his dog gets shot. Like, that is a man who loves his dog. And it's not just because the dog was like special. There's more to it behind that. I'm not going to share that with you guys. That's a big spoiler there. But basically, he's motivated by revenge for his dog throughout the entire movie, which is like super amazing. That's like a man's best friend movie. That scene in the movie where his dog gets killed is like the worst thing ever. You know, I can watch like ISIS cut somebody's head off, but seeing his dog get shot in a fictional movie is just like, oh, I hate it, I can't stand it. Because, I mean, it's a nice dog, it's a puppy. Those fucking Russian punks killed it, and they got everything they deserve. It's a shit. Anyways, we're gonna move on now. We also have 4 new patterns. We have One Shot, which looks just like, you know, a gunshot to the head. Pretty cool. Definitely a nice little addition, because I think there's one in there from the Hotline Miami pack. That is like a bullet wound or like a blood spatter on the face, so pretty good to have another one. We have Piety, which this one's kind of ugly. It kind of doesn't really fit or look that great, at least from what I've seen. We have Battle Wounds, which looks like it'd probably be pretty cool on the right mask. Maybe some of like the more humanoid-looking masks might look good. Maybe one of the baby faces, perhaps. And last but not least, we have Daisies. I really like this one. I feel like I could do some really gay-looking things with it, so I'm looking forward to that. There's also 4 new materials. Tire, Dog Fur, Mist, and Club Lights. Out of all these, I like Club Lights the most. That one looks really sweet. It's probably one I'm going to be using very soon. There's also 4 new achievements. They're all fairly easy to get. None of them really require too much effort on the player side of things. Overall, I feel like the John Wick pack is a pretty good little DLC pack. There's nothing really in here that I would say is absolutely 100% you need to go out there and get it right now because it's just that game-changing or that revolutionary. The sniper rifle is good, it's concealable, it's a little inaccurate for my taste and kind of a little bit unstable from what I've kind of played with it. There's nothing in this pack that just screams out, go out, buy this thing, enjoy it, have fun with it. There are definitely some good and some positive points to it. The Contractor Pistol and its authenticity to the real movie is definitely a high point. The sniper rifle being concealable and doing fairly decent damage is also a high point. The Jackal SMG is a pretty good, submachine gun. There's no really reason to say anything bad about it. It's very comparable to things that we already have, and that's kind of the big downside of this pack, because the Contractor Pistol, for all its style, all its cool factor, is very similar to things that we already have. So there's really no driving factor there in terms of why you should go buy it. The Jackal is also fairly comparable to things that we already have as well. It's kind of its own gun, it's kind of cool, it's got its own little, thing going for it, but it's, again, very comparable to things that we already have. The Desert Fox is kind of its own weapon in this category, so comparing it to similar sniper rifles, it does at least have things going for it that similar guns don't have. So that's a positive for that one. I would say, unless you just really want to spend money on this pack, to go ahead and wait on it. There's nothing that's really just amazing that you need to go out there and get. Throwing knives are just kind of whatever. The masks are kind of cool. I think the Daisy mask is probably the best one, like I said. But nothing that just screams out, yes, this is a great pack, go out and buy it. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that just means that Overkill's trying to do a better job of balancing the game and not releasing stuff as part of DLC that is really overpowered. I don't know, maybe you can look at it that way. If you look at it that way, that's definitely a positive, because there's nothing in here that you just have to have. But if you're looking for something out there that's going to give you maybe an edge in the game or make you stand out a little bit, this pack doesn't really have that. It has the style going for it, it has the sniper rifle going for it, but that's really about it. I'd say wait on a sale unless you just really want to get this one right now. So if you bought this pack, let me know what you think of it, and let me know what your favorite parts of this pack are. Overall, I'd have to say probably the Daisy Mask, and then the Contractor Pistol would be my favorite parts of this pack. So I love the movie John Wick. So this is, you know, for a John Wick fan, this is a no question about it. You can charge me $10, I'll probably buy it because it's John Wick. And John Wick's an amazing movie. So that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you think of the pack and the review and everything like that. And I will see you guys in the next video. This is actually a good time gaming. Please don't like, subscribe, and share if you like anything you saw today. Remember to always have a good time gaming.